Hey, it's Redstone with another Minecraft video for you today. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to build my new system for storing items. I'm going to be using this system to store my enchanted books, but you can really use this system for anything you want. So, unlike most hopper sorting systems, it doesn't sort based on block type. You have to manually tell what slot you want to go into. So it's like a cross between the minecart sorting system and the hopper sorting system. It's just a lot smaller than the minecart system. So, just a demonstration of it. I'm in my mock enchanting room. This really isn't what my enchanting room looks like. But let's go ahead and enchant this diamond pickaxe because I want it to break blocks like a beast. So start with efficiency. That's a good start. Just wait. And the book pops right out of the bookshelf, which I find pretty neat. I kind of like that part. But let's go over here to our anvil. We can go ahead and get some efficiency on this sucker. And then let's get some fortune. Out it pops again. Let me go back over here. And hold on. Got entered in the right order. Now we have fortune 3. So let's get some unbreaking on this, shall we? As you can see, now I have an unbreaking book. Except, I almost did that thing again. So, now I'm gonna name this the Moose Pick. Aw yeah. It is complete. So, now I've used my sorting system to retrieve items, but I want to add some books to this. So, let me go over to my enchanting table, pop in a couple books. I can only do one at a time. Okay, never mind. Let's get some protection. Let's enchant some more thorns. I don't have a slot for thorns, so I won't be able to put that anywhere. Oh, I have a slot for sharpness. Alright, so we got some sharpness and some protection. So I'll put these down here. Now, I'm going to have to put these in my storage system. I got the protection and the sharpness. Let's start with the sharpness. So, I just go over to this lever above sharpness, click it like that, and I just throw it up in this hopper, and it whisks it away. And pretty soon it'll go into that slot, so I can just go ahead and deselect that. I don't know if you guys heard those clicks, but those clicks happen a little bit before it gets put in the slot. If you unclick the lever too soon, you risk the chance that it doesn't get put in the slot, but there's a failsafe for that, so I'll explain that when I show you the mechanism. But let's go ahead and put this protection in. So just hit that lever. It's going to take longer because it's at the end of the configuration, so I'm going to throw that in. And it's now getting stored in the protection slot. So now that I've put items in and retrieved them, let's go check out the mechanism. So I'm just going to fly over. As you can see, this is very compact. It's way more compact than the traditional minecart storage system that uses this kind of mechanics where you can send and receive items that don't get sorted based on type. We have our slots. They're single chests, but you can make them double chest really. I just didn't feel like taking the time to. But well, we have all our all our books in here. So I put the sharpness book in here just to prove that it went in. That's sharpness 3, everything else is sharpness 4. And over here, what was the other book? It was I can't remember. It was a 3. Oh, it was sharpness 3. There we go. Sorry. Memory lapse there. But anyways, I mentioned the failsafe, and this is it right here. If none of these levers are selected, or you deselect them too soon, it goes into this chest right here. So just to demonstrate, I won't select any lever, and I'll throw in my pickaxe. My moose pick. And what this ensures is that it won't clog this hopper here and back up the system. So if anything like that happens, you can just go over to this chest and get it out. So why don't we go over to the tutorial. Alright, to build this you're going to need everything you see in my inventory, and these are not two chests. This is a trap chest and a regular chest, so you can put them side by side. And yes, I am aware that I did call those protection books sharpness books. I don't know what happened there. Had a brain glitch, I guess. But let's continue with the tutorial. So we start by having a block here. Then we're going to come up 2 blocks and delete the one in the middle. Right here is where you can put your lamp. It's not necessary, but it's a good way to indicate whether or not you have the lever flicked or not, or whether or not you hit the button. Next, you're going to put the button on the bottom and the lever on the top. Then we can come to the side, and on the bottom we're going to have to build a monostable circuit. What that means is that no matter how long of a time this is powered, it will be the same amount of time out. So we're going to start by having a repeater here, then a piston, followed by another block, and then another block on the side, and a second repeater, and you're going to set that to 2 ticks. That's because 1 tick can't turn off a redstone torch that we're going to have here. And that torch is going to be right next to a hopper that is leading down into another hopper. I'm just placing hoppers here so I can place that one leading down. And the hopper it leads into is going to be facing this way, so that it puts blocks into the next section. So next we're going to come to the top and we're going to address this lever here. We can put our block right there, redstone repeater, come up with a block right here, then we can have another redstone repeater, a block, and a redstone torch. Now we're going to put down 1 types of our chest. I'm just going to start with a regular chest to begin with. So we can just place it right there, then have another repeater leading into that. Then on top we're going to have a repeater going the opposite direction, or not a repeater, I called that a repeater, didn't I? Alright, that's a hopper. And then we're going to have a hopper going in the opposite direction of this hopper right here. Or else you're going to have your inputs and your outputs on totally different sides, and that would get annoying. So, if you're wondering why I didn't stagger dust and repeaters here, is because on the first section you have a line of hoppers that are going to be leading in like this. And if this is dust right here, it'll stop this hopper, or if this is dust, it'll stop the hopper that would be there if I kept on building it. So, and also in efforts of making everything have the same timing, I didn't alternate the other segments as seen in this example. I guess you could alternate it if you wanted to save just some time, but it wouldn't really make sense. Same thing down here with this monostable circuit, except it wouldn't power a hopper. You would just only have 1 repeater you could alternate, so you would either have 3 ticks in total in repeaters, not counting the well, this wouldn't add ticks to the circuit, but 3 ticks and then 2 ticks and 3 ticks and 2 ticks, it would be off. So I just made them all of the same length. So moving on, we have 1 segment right here. It's pretty neat. So basically, until we pull this lever, this block right here won't go in at all. And until I hit this button, this chest won't drain any blocks into the hopper beneath it. And this button is just long enough to turn that off and on real quick so only 1 block can get through. Now if you want to, like, I don't know, or item, if you want to increase that, if you wanted, like, say 2 items, I'm going to put 64 buttons in there. You just increase the ticks. And now, oh, that works too. Never mind. Let's try 4 tick. Alright. Well, I guess it really doesn't affect it. But if you had just a regular button, it would. So that's the moral of the story here. This is why I put a monostable in there. But continuing even more, I keep on getting sidetracked. Apologize for that. Let's go ahead and build. Let's build the input. Yeah, that's what we'll build next. So we're gonna have a hopper. Well, let's start by doing droppers so it's easier to build. We're gonna have a dropper facing up next to this chest. The last chest, well, I guess it'd be the first chest because they go this way. So we're gonna put 1 there and 1 there. Ignore this 3rd one I placed by accident. And then let's get back to our hopper. I lost it, dang it. Alright, so we're gonna have a hopper going into the next one. So down on the side, we're gonna have to build a little pulser. And if you've never seen my automatic well video, this is very similar to the automatic well. Same idea. Or if you ever saw a video that someone else has made, an interpearl station, this is similar to that too. So you're gonna have just 2 blocks on the back here with a torch right there. So it doesn't pulse at all until you place the dust right here. And as you can see, it pulses and burns out, and eventually that'll pulse again as soon as that updates. But you might be thinking, well, that pulse has been burned out and that's not good. How do you control that? Well, the answer is you have a current here, and if it's on, it doesn't pulse. But once you turn it off, it pulses, and you can control the length. You can just kind of go like that, and depending on how long this is off is how long it pulses. With this system though, it pulses enough to get the items up. So continuing, we're going to come out 2 blocks here, and then we're going to come back here, and we're going to place a torch right there. Then we can come down to the side, and we can place our comparator. Now this comparator is going to be detecting for any blocks in this dropper right here. That way it will pulse these 2 droppers to put the item up through there. So now we can have our hoppers come down through here, and the reason I built that vertical item transporter right there that's automatically activated is so you can easily, while standing here, throw your item into the hopper and get it transported without having to open a chest or go up a ladder. So next, to build the bookshelf that drops out the book, I didn't include this as an item to get for the tutorial because it's not necessary to have a bookshelf. It's not even necessary to have a wall there at all. You could just have the regular dropper, but I like to use the bookshelf for the books because it looks nice. It looks like the book is getting pulled off the shelf. So I'm going to get my bookshelf, and I'm going to get my dropper. So we don't need this piston anymore, until we build more of these, of course. But in the meantime, I won't need it. So I can come down to the side here, and I can place a dropper going up right here next to this button. Then I can put a bookshelf right here. So I don't know if you've ever done this before, but if you put a block over a dispenser or a dropper, and there's no walls on all around the side, it will just randomly push the block or the item out to any side at once. But so we can only have it pushing out on this end, we're going to have to fix that by putting blocks on the undesired ends for the blocks to come out through. So that way, when I put a lever here, and I'm going to use my 64 buttons again, they will pop right out of the bookshelf, and it really does look like it's coming off the bookshelf, which I like. So, continuing. So, we're going to have this hopper go to this dropper. So, we can just come out like this, and make it all the way until we get here, and if you're wondering why I'm going down, it's because I'm shift clicking. I guess I could shift click while hitting spacebar. That'd be better for you guys to see so I wouldn't fall. So I'll have to do that in the future. But anyways, we're going to set this hopper very similar to how, this dropper, very similar to how these droppers are set up, where it detects the block and then automatically outputs it, because we're going to have it come out when the item is in here. So we're going to go on the side here, come down, and we're going to place a comparator right there. Next, we can come up on the side and have a block pop down here. In between, we can put the dust. That way, since this block's being powered, it'll go to the dust. Then we can put a torch down there. We can come to the side, put some dust here, put a block there, another torch, another block. This way, this is ground level right here where this dropper is. So I'm going to say I have a floor of bookshelves. I don't know why I'm doing this, but just go with me for a second. You won't see any of the redstone, and you can even make this wall whatever you want. This block right here, that's part of the circuit, you can make it your wall block, so I could add more bookshelf right there. And you could really extend this as far as you wanted, and you want to see the redstone, which I like about it. I like hiding redstone, and it bugs me when you see redstone. So that's how I've hidden the redstone. So let's continue extending this out now that we got this. Oh, and I guess I'll just show you with a block going through so you guys can see it pop out. So I'm putting that in there. Sorry about that. I noticed that it popped out on the other side, and I realized, oh, it's just because I accidentally destroyed this block right here. So don't do that. So if you place the block back and don't take it away like I did, it'll pop out the front. So I guess I'll just show you building one more section, and then you guys can probably just carry on the pattern from there. So I'm going to put a piston here. Block, block, block. Let's continue. More repeaters. Make sure this one's set to 2. Or just basically as we saw with our last experimentation with the amount of ticks. It didn't really matter how many, as long as it wasn't one. Well, how many were on this particular repeater. I'm sure if you put it to 8 ticks you would see a difference, but I'm doing 2 ticks just to be safe. Next we can come out over here. Since I placed a regular chest the first time, let's put it, no, I'll try to remember to do the space and shift, but let's place a trap chest right there. So I'm going to try the space and shift thing right here, guys, so you guys don't see my character go down. So, oh yeah, that works better. Hopper on top. I believe a player has told me to do that before in the past, and I didn't really understand what they meant until now. So, thank you, player. I'm sorry I forgot whatever your name was, so I'm going to put that to 2. So, but thank you for that tip. If you are watching this video, put that in the comment if that was you, because thanks for that. That helps. But continuing the pattern, coming out the side, placing another torch right there. Let's put a button for this monostable circuit right here. And as you can see, oh, that's not a button. Oh, there's my 61 buttons. Alright, that works, I guess. As you can see, it is a very simple pattern, fully tileable. You can extend it infinitely if you want. Oh wait, left out this hopper here. Don't worry about that hopper. But if I had world edit, I could. I don't have world edit on my 1.8 client. I have it on my 1.7. But if I had world edit, I could literally click here and then go out 1 block, click here, and stack it like, I don't know, 300, and it would work. It would take a while for the item to get down through there, but if a chunk's not loaded, but I'm passing through the hopper, it'll still pass through the hopper on unloaded chunks. So really, you could stack it infinitely and it'd still pass through here. It'd just take a while. But I hope you guys enjoyed this new storage/sorting system that doesn't use any minecarts, that has the same mechanics as those that do. So if you really liked this video and you'd like to see some more, please don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate all the subscribers that have subscribed in the past, because I am nearing 1,000, and that's a pretty good milestone. So I'm going to need to do something to celebrate that. So the reason I haven't made videos in a while is because I kind of hit a writer's cramp, if you will. I just ran out of ideas. I like to have ideas that no one's really done before and that are kind of original. If it's been done multiple times, I won't do it, just because why would I make another video out there for something that's already been done? So if it has been done and I've improved upon it, though, I will make a video for that. But if you have a really cool idea, you don't have to exactly know how it would be done. But if you have an idea that's feasible, but also at the same time very neat, please leave it in the comments below. And if I don't use it for the subscriber special, I probably will use it in the future if I ever run into another block for an idea. So thanks for watching, and please leave a like, and like I said before, subscribe. See ya.